What up? Top of the top. What's up, family? What's good? Y'all lit this morning. We back. Salute to the people. What's up, y'all? We back again for No Fame Live. Episode 423. Y'all know the Monday mornings be hard. That's right, Grand Rising. We back again, y'all. But we heating up things looking good. What up, T Rose? I am a God. What's going on? Good morning. Apex, what's up? What's up, Shayla? I see y'all been look, when I be getting ready and I see y'all coming up in that chat, boy, they be heating up. I start getting hyped. Good morning, Colleen. What's up, Faith? What's up, Latavia? We got a couple things to talk about, man. We gotta go back into the past again. What's up, Shayna? What's up, Juicy Peach? Reese Dollars, what's good? Thanks for everybody that subscribed to the membership. Appreciate everybody, period, on this channel. But I'm about to be putting a lot of work. And I'm about to bring some more entertainment. That's about it. Ain't too much. It's going to be a long summer. A lot of things going on. A lot of information we need. Look, this is what it is. Just pay attention. That's it. Other than I ain't going to hold y'all too long. I'm about to get into it. Devin Bryant, what's up? Everybody, and you know I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm going to take my time today. I got time today. Y'all know Friday I had to get up out of here. Had to get some work done on the crib, so I had to get up out of here. So other than that, we're going to get into it today. All right. Well, ain't nothing new, but I'm going to be talking about hip-hop agents exposed. But y'all already know I've been talking about this stuff. So like I said, every chance I get to prove my point, I'm going to prove it every time. And you also going to see for the people that have been tuned in, you seeing a lot of stuff take place. Just so happen these are some of the things I've been talking about. But I'm just showing y'all this stuff ain't nothing new. So I've been following this PRAS from the FUGEES case. I've been following it for about a week or two. I just been paying attention to the details. And some key information came out in the trial that I have taken as a time to prove my point. Once again, that I told you that some of these people you think rappers, they really rappers, they are really agents disguised as rappers. No, they're not rappers turned into agents. Some of them are agents disguised as rappers. I told people that already. Because I figured it all out from back in the day. I had to put this shit together to the modern time. This shit's still going on. So that's why the question is, PRAS, a hip-hop agent, but was he the only one? Or is he still the only one? No, he's not. You should be smarter than that. A lot of these rappers, agents, I already told you that. Anyway, we're going to get it. We're gonna take a trip to the past because some reason all these old school rappers keep trending, so we're going to talk about it. But it ain't nothing good. You feel me? But anyway, I'm just letting y'all pull up. What's up, Sassy? Good morning. Big Phil, what's good, Big Phil? Sad, what up? Lady Butterfly. All right, look, we're going to get into it. Y'all waited long enough. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Let's go. The FUGEES Prize. Federal informant. Hip-hop agents exposed. Here we go, y'all. But like I said, this ain't nothing new. But this particular case caught my attention because PRAS always was suspect to me. And I'll break it down like this. Anybody that know about the FUGEES already know that PRAS was always the wackest rap in the group. But I'm going to show you from back in the day to now, and nothing changed that what? See, PRAS was the wackest rap in the group. He ain't had no skills. But he was on that whole ride of the FUGEES. FUGEES album with 15 plus time platinum, million time platinum. Stuck, you get it? Big album. He rode the wave, but the nigga wasn't even a rapper. When I bring it up to nowadays, what I said, the number one thing I've been saying, especially last week, I said, look, when you really pay attention, you'll see most of these so-called rappers don't even make no music, for one. For two, they don't even have no skills. So I said it ain't even about the music no more. It's about other things. Like we know it's about them distracting. What's the number one thing these rappers do now? They push agendas of who? The government. Period. That's it. It's not about talent no more. It's not about skills. This is what I was talking about when I kept telling people that hip hop was over, the rap game over, finished, dead, done with. It's been infiltrated, taken over. It's been finessed. It's been pillaged. It's done. Now they're showing you all of the key figures or all of the different programs and different things they were doing. Now you're starting to see it because now they can show their hand because they know rap is over with. But see, the key thing about this PRAS and the FUGEES that I'm going to relate, that nobody ain't relating to it, people got to remember that Tupac had beef with the FUGEES. And if you go to a song on Machiavelli called The Realest Shit I Ever Wrote, and you will hear him speak on these people, and he speak on certain entities. But it's funny because before that, he was dissing the FUGEES before that, and I never knew why Tupac was dissing the FUGEES. A lot of us didn't know why. But it was something Tupac said, and guess what? Tupac was right. Salute, Wax Dog. What up, bro? We in here. What's up, Shireen? Let's go, y'all. Let's get to this dude. A rap agent, man. This don't surprise me. But this is what I be saying. It's not about PRAS. It's about what PRAS represent. PRAS is the confirmation of what a lot of us already know and already knew, and some of y'all already see. That a lot of these so-called rappers are agents. Not all of them. I'm not going to say most of them, but it is a certain percentage of them that are agents. The thing is, who do they work for? I broke this down about an agent. An agent is anyone that pushes an agenda. So all agents just don't work for the federal government or the police. You got agents work for different organizations too. My point is, the job of the agent is to watch the above topic or watch the individual or the group of people that needs to be watched, surveillance, documented, get it, studied. Because obviously that person gives off the vibe of a threat. So anybody that is considered a threat, it can even be on a level of you might be a threat to business, anything. They will send people to see what's going on that look just like you. That move. It don't matter, man. They're gonna move like you, sound like you, talk like you, dress like you, all of that. But it's only certain things you're gonna be able to tell. But this is what I was trying to tell people. See, we take that word agent. No, it's some people that are. I'm not gonna keep saying it on the internet, on YouTube right now. You got agents working. Hip hop agents working. You go to your church. It's cry agent in the church, studying the people in the church. Wherever you have a gathering, wherever it's certain things of influence, wherever things is going on where it might could go in certain directions, they put people in place to watch over and stir crowds and surveillance. So that's what PRAS represent. He represent other rappers who are in the game right now. I done broke down plenty of rappers on this channel that been in a whole lot of dirt. Criminal activity to the highest level. Never went to jail. Never, ever went to jail. You got dudes that was around the East Coast, West Coast beef, because we always got to go back to this 1996 thing. It's something about 96. The FUGEES blew up 96. What's the new documentary coming out right now? Freaknik. Freaknik was in his prime in 1996. 96 was a prominent year. But it seemed to me like they trying to bring a lot of shit from the 90s back. Like I said, I told you all this is what they do. They always trying to put you in the past, but you got to look at the past and see what's going on now. So I'm not going to lose focus in 96. What's focus in 96? That what? A lot of dudes in the rap game was agents back then. I already told you this. That whole East Coast, West Coast beef was staged. It was agents, frauds, all amongst that. That's why you'll see some people are still here to this day. And the people who were the key players in these movies, they all are dead or in jail. This is how you're able to track and trace who are the agents, or should I say, who were the actors and who were the main ingredient or the main substance, or who was the ones they had to go. See, that's why I say if you look at the whole East Coast, West Coast beef, it don't matter how you look at it. All you got to understand is one thing. Two people had to go. Tupac had to go. Biggie had to go. However it had to go down, they needed key players and role players to perform the biggest movie ever filmed in real life. You get it? But PRAS is tied into this too. So I'm just going into the East Coast because it's all tied into it. Because people remember during the East Coast, West Coast beef, Tupac was shooting at the FUGEES, and a lot of people didn't know why, because the FUGEES didn't rap about Tupac. They wasn't in the beef. But little did people know, somebody that was down with them was down with the beef. But we're going to get into it. But anyway, PRAS is a snitch. And he was working for the government. Now, mind you, he was working for the government to take down a foreign entity. So he was really in deep. Now, mind you, also got to remember, this is just his job. This was his job in recent times, to take down a foreign entity. But back in the day, he was acting like a rapper. But there's another thing people forget. A lot of people saw Donnie Brasco. A lot of people didn't. My point is, the thing you got to remember about agents, right? That is their job. Meaning, if PRAS was an agent in the 90s, which means what? He didn't never retire. So even when his rap career ended with the FUGEES, he still was working, because his original job is an agent, which means what? He's on salary. So that's why some people, they still working right now. Remember, what you work for the government ain't no just, you don't work for them no more. So that's my point. A lot of people still work for them. And they on the internet right now, running their fucking mouth, lying, all type of shit. But they studying. They doing their homework. But PRAS, he still was doing his homework. And he was being used to study a foreign entity. And this so-called foreign entity was a so-called billionaire. And PRAS' job was to be the middleman, as well as use his entertainment celebrity status to shake and move things. Like he was, look, PRAS was playing the middleman between Hollywood and these particular foreign entities. Like PRAS was responsible for allegedly setting up a movie deal with Leonardo DiCaprio. See, Leonardo DiCaprio name is even in his trial as well. He had to be tested. He had to answer to some questions, I say. PRAS is the one that was the middleman between Hollywood and these other foreign entities. So a lot of foreign entities want to invest money into America, meaning this been going on forever too within Hollywood. It's a lot of foreign entities that wanted to clean their money through Hollywood, through putting out movies, records, things of that nature. So a lot of rich people from overseas always establish relationships with certain people in Hollywood. So PRAS was the middleman. He patched in with the foreign entities from overseas that's rich. He bring them to America, bring them amongst the parties, bring them amongst the elite, and then he was helping deals get done on the table. And PRAS was doing this for a minute, but at the end of the day, that was his job, because he was setting people up the whole time. So just to give people a background. I see y'all cooking in the chat. I'm watching. Now look, as you see, PRAS right here, he always looked the suspect. Because I started looking back, I said, this nigga, you could tell he was working the whole time. Keep in mind, wackest rap out the group, no lyrics, no bars. Trash. They both rode the back of Lauryn Hill. But I can't take nothing for Wyclef because he did the beats. But my point is this. You'll see back then, PRAS was like a secret agent, man. See that? I'm showing you an agent disguised as a rapper. Whatever role they got to play, that's what they're going to play. Don't always tell you that. Whatever costume they got to put. Look, if braids are trending, they're going to get some cornrows. If dreads is they get some dreads. Whatever. If they got to get a Bentley, they'll get a Bentley. Whatever role they got to play, the federal government will provide everything they need to play their role, to fulfill the agenda. That's why they're agents. Keep in mind, the most trashiest rapper. Also, don't forget, Wyclef is the one that gave you Beyonce. People forget that. Wyclef is the one that broke Destiny Child and got them to the next level. That was Wyclef. People don't remember that. No, yes. That song, that's Wyclef. All right, don't forget that. I'm showing you hip-hop history. I'm showing you how the industry and all this stuff is related, because it's all one big family. So I'm just showing you, out of the FUGEES, Wyclef brought you who? Beyonce. And others, but I'm just going to leave that right there. And you already know Lauryn Hill tied in the Bob Marley family. See, they all were certain people that had to play certain roles. So now y'all see, when you hear about the industry, how some people are selected, handpicked. It's not about talent. You could be the nicest rapper in the world, but you still ain't going to get put on because it's about a brotherhood and a sisterhood. It's about an organization. But let's continue on. The FUGEES, last time I checked, they had sold like 16 million records. Diamond, they went diamond a long time ago. This is the biggest hip hop album of all time on paper, which is actually over Eminem's catalog. But as you see again on the cover, PRAS, he looked like an agent. You see, he looked like a secret agent, man, with the federal shades on. You feel me? Because he was acting like a rapper back then. Now look, let's get into it. FUGEES rapper PRAS admits he was an FBI informant. And let's take a look at this. In the song The Mask, who remember the song called The Mask on the FUGEES album? By the iconic rap group FUGEES. The trio repeats the lyrics. These are the lyrics in the song on the FUGEES album, y'all. Hip hop history. Feds be hawking me. Jokers be stalking me. I walk the streets and camouflage my identity. See that? I walk the streets and camouflage my identity. That's from the FUGEES song, y'all. They was telling you, man. That boy PRAS the agent the whole time, man. See that? Glasses on, secret agent, man. Anyway, let's continue on. I told you this hip-hop shit was some other shit. See, I peep game. I'm telling you, man. When hip-hop started in the beginning, it started on some natural stuff. See, the people in the streets that was indulging in hip-hop activity had no clue because it was all out of innocence. But I think the powers that be put this whole program together for a reason. Well, one reason I will say is they also understood that back in the days in New York City, especially in the Bronx, things were getting out of control. Things were getting out of hand. And they knew it was going to be an uprising of new youth that were going to be taking over the streets. So a way they pacified those youth back in the day was this thing called hip hop. And that's how they got a lot of young teenagers to indulge in breakdancing, rapping, graffiti, and other activities instead of dealing with gang banging, knocking white people upside the head, and jacking the whole New York City. So hip hop from the beginning was always a pacifier. We can admit that. We can also acknowledge that. It was always a pacifier. But there's some other things we're going to get into. Now, check it out. During the testimony, Michael admitted that he served as an informal FBI informant for the U.S., according to Rolling Stone, during China's attempt to extradite distant Chinese billionaire Guo Wenggu with the help of Malaysian financier Joe Low, who is currently a fugitive. Long story short, let me sum it up. The FBI is looking for that man named Joe Low, who is currently a fugitive. That's who PRAS was rocking with. So as you see, PRAS, as you see right here, he added that he voluntarily met with FBI agents on several occasions to discuss Guo and 3 Americans. So my point is this: PRAS already was working with the government. They already had his number on speed dial. He already had theirs on speed dial. They was already working together because, in my opinion, he was already an agent. He was on a payroll. He was already a worker, period. His job was to watch the industry. Anyway, long story short, as you see, the man, 2 of the people that he was spying on, they are hostages in China right now. 3 Americans actually are hostage in China. So 3 Americans hostage, 1 Chinese person on the run. PRAS was dealing with all of them, and this whole thing is messy. But I'm not going to drag this part out because I'm going to get to the real deal. But as you see, I took it upon myself to report because I thought the FBI should know. This is what PRAS said in court. Listen again, y'all. This is what PRAS said in court. I took it upon myself to report because I thought the FBI should know. About what? About the dirty dealings that was going on. That basically these Chinese entities was trying to wash their money through Hollywood. He has pled not guilty on federal counts of conspiracy and falsifying records. The charges are tied to Low's alleged crimes in which he was accused of stealing $4.5 billion from Malaysia. So the man that's on the run right now stole $4.5 billion. They cannot find him, and PRAS is the middleman. He is the one that helped the man broke a lot of deals. So as we see, this is deeper than we all could think. PRAS, he is not going to jail because he already worked for them people. But the role was to bring down these Chinese entities. So now we're gonna go back through the past. I'm gonna speed it up a little. I'm gonna show y'all something. Let's chop it up. Now look, as we now know, because he came out and told us that what PRAS is an agent. But we have to go to the prime of PRAS' career in the FUGEES. We got to go to the prime of their career. Right here in this picture, around this time, 96, 94, 95, 96. I'm keeping it on 96 because that was the year the East Coast, West Coast beef. That's the year Tupac died. That's when everything got crazy. Tupac made sure he dissed the FUGEES. Nobody knew why at the time. But now we know that Haitian Jack was their manager. Haitian Jack was a petty extortionist. He was a live wire. He was a lot of stuff. Yeah, I ain't getting all that today because at the end of the day, he was suspect. Because he was a dude that was known for doing a whole lot of criminal stuff, kidnapping, all type of stuff, killers on the pay, all this stuff, but he never went to jail neither. And he's somewhere chilling right now. So that's why I already know what's up with Haitian Jack. But anyway, let's move on. Now, look, this is something else before I get to Haitian Jack. PRAS also was working for Obama. Working for Obama, y'all. PRAS from the FUGEES has violated a cardinal sin in hip-hop. Apparently, the rapper, an intentional man of mystery, acted as an informant for the feds, specifically the FBI. He worked with the feds as an informant and also acted as a celebrity in our hip-hop culture. Do y'all get it now? He acted like a celebrity because the easiest thing to do if you're an agent is to act like you're a rapper. All you need is all the perks and you can go to all the parties. That's another thing I want to tell people. The number one way they locked up a lot of drug dealers back in the days was from them parties. What's up, Kim? This is something else I'm going to tell people that you probably didn't know. First of all, back in the day, all drug dealers knew never to be on camera. Never to be on camera. Anybody from the street knew you do not be on camera. And we're going to get into that later, how these niggas still taking pictures with cameras and money, and they still getting killed. That was an unforbidden rule. You never get on the camera. So what did they do back in the day? Let me tell you what they did back in the day when they was surveillancing brothers back then. See, they knew no matter how big of a drug dealer you was, you love rap music. They knew you was going to go to that club. But little did people know that, remember back in the day when a lot of brothers was taking them pictures deep with the homies, everybody got their gold on, popping bottles, taking them big pictures. A lot of those people taking pictures with the agents, with cops. A lot of agents hang out in a nightclub, hang out in the club, because that's where they would do their surveillance on the drug dealers. See who's popping the bottles. See who's flashing cash. Put faces together in certain drug money organizations. They were doing this shit back in the day. My whole point is, this is what I was trying to tell people. I've been studying this shit since back in the day. That's why I never go to jail. I understood certain things. Also, I'm going to get into some things that showed us what was going on. I learned a lot of this shit from movies when I was young. I'm telling y'all. But see, a lot of my people didn't understand that it is people that will come just like you and be so swift, and by the time you get your head rocked, you won't even know what happened because you think everybody cool. But my point is this. They always use agents in the disguise of rap, hip-hop clubs, all that. So anyway, PRAS was also working with Obama. So as you see, the hearsay starts with a report from the Rolling Stone. They talk about the once popular rap artist testifying in his own defense. Most times, defendants do not testify because they are highly likely to incriminate themselves on the stand. Exactly. He's not testifying. That man is a worker. He's an agent. He's testifying in the third person as a rapper, but he already an agent. And guess what? I got another point I want to prove to y'all. This shit about to rock your fucking socks. Check this out. PRAS went to Yale. He went to Yale College University, and he is no dummy. He actually came up with a bunch of rich people, and this is highly likely why he is in the situation to begin with. I told you these niggas be agents. He went to Yale University. What did I tell you? Did I not show you last week? Gilly the Kid, that nigga went to college. I told you these niggas went to college. And there's nothing wrong with going to college. But my point I wanted to show you, they go to college and get degrees and and understand business. They understand how to do these deals. But they're going to sell you ignorance. Bullshit. And there's nothing wrong with selling rappers entertainment. There's nothing wrong with that. But you see, they never balance it out. They never give you no truth with it. Like, yeah, I'm going to talk about these guns. I'm going to talk about this shooting. But at the end of the day, I'm also going to tell you, you need to get that paperwork. See, niggas be worried about having snitching paperwork parties. Niggas need to start having credential paperwork parties. You get it? Yeah. What type of paperwork you got? What you holding? What you owning? What's your name on? That's the real paperwork party. But anyway, like I said, Keith, then they said, this nigga went to Yale. Oh, who else went to Yale recently? I think it was Swiss Beats. Did he go to Yale or was it Harvard? I think it was Harvard. But anyway, this nigga went to Yale College, y'all. Just like K. Michelle went to college. It's a lot of these people went to college, but the whole thing is to play ignorant. That's how you get the money. You can't rap about going to college. You can't rap about what I did at Yale. You can't rap about how I grew up in the suburbs. No, that's not cool. So they're going to make sure they appeal to the hood, the streets, and they're going to put that nice image on, and people going to buy that shit. And that's what they've been doing for years. They still doing this shit right now. But I just wanted to prove my point of what I told people. People think I be on some hating stuff. Nah, I speak facts, man. Look, PRAS went to Yale, and he is no dummy. That nigga was an agent the whole time, y'all. I told y'all, man. Acting like a rapper. Now I want you to think in your mind, think of all the rappers that's out right now. Just imagine how many of them are really rappers and how many of them are really agents disguised as rappers. You got to think about that through all the time, throughout all the generations. This shit been going on. Same thing I spoke about certain people. They can do a lot of stuff, never go to jail. Y'all ain't peeped that? Some people do the littlest thing, they go to jail. That's how you know who the agents are. Oh, this rapper was about to blow up. He dead now. But then look around. Look who all was around that dead rapper. And then look who all was around that rapper prospering. That's how you see who the agents is. Told you, man, this shit ain't hard to figure out. Anyway, I don't want to keep y'all stuck in the past, but we had to look at this. This was a thrown together group. So when we talk about industry plants, y'all, we can now say the FUGEES was an industry plant group thrown together. What was the agenda? Well, at the time, I could say now, the whole agenda was to monitor key figures in the East Coast, West Coast beef and everything that was going on in rap at that time. Salute. We about to cook. Thank you, everybody, for taking your time out to tap into this channel. Every time you hit that button, you tap in. I appreciate it, all of y'all. So we gotta keep cooking. All right, now let's go back into this hip-hop history. This for my real hip-hop heads. Gotta remember this. I know y'all remember. Let's check it out. Whatever happened to John Forte? Remember John Forte was rocking with the FUGEES? I'm gonna keep it real. My favorite song on the FUGEES album is the song called Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Cowboy with John Forte and Rod Digger and Lauryn Hill. That song to this day is a banger. I'm telling you, you listen to it today on some sounds in the car, that shit hit. And they were spitting on that shit. Fire. That's my favorite song on the whole album. John Forte was on that FUGEES album as well. You know what I'm saying? But something happened to John Forte right after that album blew up. John Forte got locked up and he went to jail. Because remember, they said John Forte was moving them kilos. Do y'all remember? I got a good memory. And they also said at the time, I never forget, John Forte, they said, was moving them bricks for that boy George Bush. That's what they said at the time. That's what they said. So I can say that he was down with the government too, because he got locked up with a whole lot of work. He home. He home now. The former FUGEES collaborator talks about his new album, his time in prison, and his long journey through the music industry. And yes, John Forte still has a career. They actually did a reunion not too long ago. So John Forte got caught with kilos of cocaine right at the same time he was dealing with the FUGEES. And I'm willing to say, PRAS, you probably told on John Forte too, nigga. It was you. That's my opinion. But what else went on with this industry plant group? Mr. Wyclef. Do y'all remember when he ran for president? What did Wyclef show us? Wyclef was showing us he was down with the government. That's what he was showing us, y'all. See, we thought it was just, oh, he a rapper. He going to take over Haiti. He going to look out for Haiti. He ain't going to do nothing. John Wyclef is the one that used that Haitian flag to get rich. That's all he did. He used the Haitians in America as a fan base. That's all he did. That's why you see Haiti to this day is still messed up. You will see people like Wyclef been rich a long time ago and has done nothing for Haiti. Also, I remember he got caught up in that scandal. But just so happened, told you I'm going to take my time today. Okay. A rap group, my opinion, industry plants, already proven fact, one of the members, an agent, somebody affiliated with the group went to jail for kilos. One of the members of the group get into government politics. What are they telling us? They were down with the government the whole time. In my opinion. Oh, but we got some more proof. Let's move on, family. Let's go back in the day. Tupac. Who Tupac sitting with? That's Haitian Jack. Who is Haitian Jack? Haitian Jack was the manager and high affiliate with the FUGEES. Haitian Jack is from Haiti. The FUGEES built their fan base off Haitians, Haitian Americans. That was their key audience. That was their marketing scheme. That was their demographics. Every rap group, every person in the industry has to have a direct fan base, a direct market, because that is the aim and the focus. But Haitian Jack was a hero at this time of the bad guys and the Haitians. But in my opinion, Haitian Jack always looked a suspect, and he's suspect. You know why I say he's suspect? Because out of all, look, this is something I learned from the streets, periods. I'm going to say this again. You ever notice about the streets? It's always them certain people that had a name. They can have a name for killing. They can have a name for shooting. They can have a name for selling drugs. They can have, I'm talking about, if I know their name, the police know their name. Everybody know their name, right? But you'll see these certain characters had these big, big names. Everybody knew what they did, but they never went to jail. Did y'all figure that out yet? This goes to the hood on a small level. You will see it was the dudes in the hood that had big ass names, did the most shit, never got low, never hid, never ran out of town, never, they always was on Front Street, but you'll see, they never went to jail. Haitian Jack, one of them people, never went to jail. So it ain't hard for me to figure out who's who. And Tupac said on the song The Realest I Ever Wrote, what'd he say, y'all? Something about let me take you back and lace this track about a snitch named Haitian Jack. Did Tupac say that? What's the lie he said after that? Knew he was working for the feds. Same. Did he say that? Tupac said, I knew he was working for the feds. Tupac said that shit about Haitian Jack back in the day. Now we got the proof, Haitian Jack. If Tupac said you was working for the feds, well, nigga, you was working with PRAS, and PRAS was the feds. That's just one point. But you and PRAS could have been working for the same people, same ring, same speed dial. My point is, yeah, you was working, nigga, and you are the one that helped Tupac get set up with that rape case, allegedly. You was the one. It was Haitian Jack that set him up. It was Haitian Jack that introduced him to the female. It was Haitian Jack that had the whole stage set. It was Haitian Jack that had the dudes go violate her. See, we got to break this down. And it's all my opinion. See, back in the days, running trains was cool. We got to put that out there now. People don't want to admit it. See, back in the days, running trains was cool. Coming up, when you was a teenager, a lot of dudes had their first sex through running a train. It was frowned upon if you had a chick and didn't pass her on. So if that wasn't your girlfriend, dudes used to pass chicks on. You had older dudes passing chicks on to younger dudes. Hey, boy, come and get you some of this. But the chick was volunteered. She would let the whole house flood out. But that was how it was in the hood. That's how it was growing up. Called a train. Now they call thought slides, whatever you want to call it. But everybody knows what I'm talking about, so this ain't nothing new. But my point is, that same train culture, running trains, eventually started turning into rape cases. That's why I told people the other day, back in the day, I learned about that train stuff a long time ago. I ain't rocking with dudes on that train stuff. But at the end of the day, There was some other suspect stuff going on too. My point is this. When Tupac took that girl to the club, in his mind, he was just going to have some sex with her and pass off to the dudes, to the homies. But what happened was when he finished with her, they violated her. They went extra super hard on her on purpose and violated her on purpose to make Tupac take, you get it? They violated that chick so bad, Tupac had to take the rap. But my point is, that was the whole setup anyway. But then again, the whole plot was set up. The chick was set up for Pop, and them niggas running the train. All that shit was set up, in my opinion. And it wasn't even about them violating her fake while they was raping her, because they probably even never raped her, had sex with her. That's not my point. My point is that whole thing was staged by Mr. Haitian Jack, allegedly. That's why even when you watch the that Biggie movie Notorious, remember when Biggie came to Pac in the club and he said, yo, you hanging with some dudes, man. You don't need to be hanging with them dudes. He was talking about Haitian Jack and them. All right? But anyway, Haitian Jack, he was known to be an extortionist of rappers back then, because back then you can extort rappers and just take their shit off them if you had the right crew. But it was people like Haitian Jack that already knew he wasn't going to jail. Yes. That's why you'll see these niggas was able to terrorize New York. Then they started going to Cali. They were going across state lines. They were doing federal shit back then. I'm going to say it again. How did everybody know what Haitian Jack was doing? But he never went to jail. If we knew what he was doing, don't you think the goddamn government and the police knew what he was doing? And he was down with the FUGEES. Now you see why Tupac dissed his ass? Let me take you back and lace this track by a snitch named Haitian Jack. Haitian Jack, FUGEES, all y'all niggas was snitches, and Tupac knew it. It's a lot of stuff that go on with this. I ain't gonna get too deep right now. But anyway, let's move on to Haitian. Let's look at Haitian Jack some more. See that? Boom, Haitian Jack. Who is that he with? Jamie Foxx. Ain't Jamie Foxx sick right now, y'all? Matter of fact, I'm gonna say Jamie Foxx missing. I don't know where he at. We ain't heard from Jamie Foxx. We don't know what's his condition. But see how you see how Haitian Jack was running around all around Hollywood, all around the celebrities. They say he was an extortionist. They say he dealt with a lot of criminal activity, but he never went to jail. Keep that in mind. Never went to jail. And it's a bum-ass YouTuber that went over there to interview him. The nigga's home right now. He never go to jail. But everybody around him dead or in jail, but not him. But just showing y'all some hip-hop history. There was a lot of dudes playing roles back then like they do to this day. So let's go back up. But then again, let me show you something else, because a lot of people miss this. This behavior always been going on. Of what? Agents playing roles. They are the greatest actors of all time, man. This is why this is one of my favorite movies from back in the day. And I know a lot of y'all saw it, but all these movies, you got to go watch them again because they popping like that now. Plus, you got the HD, deep cover, Larry Fishburne. See, back in the day, we thought a lot of these movies were just movies and movies. Oh, that's a good movie. No, this movie broke down in clear form of how they could take somebody and make them something else. Lawrence Fishburne's role was to play a drug dealer, but he was a cop. His whole job was to play a drug dealer, get to the plug, and shut down the operation. Deep cover showed you all of that. What other agent did I break down? Did I expose? Did I not expose Snoop Dogg? Did I not show you Snoop Dogg was a fraud? He's an agent too. Why you think he all in the East Coast, West Coast beef and nothing ever happened to him neither? He still got death row to this day. Everybody going, he's still around. Then he stays around and remixes history. Every time Snoop Dogg do an interview, he always remixing and changing some shit. He's a fraud. But what is Snoop Dogg number one claim to fame? What is his number one song that made him popular? The song he did on Deep Cover. Snoop Dogg is an agent, in my opinion. His first song was on a movie about agents. Did you see how I put it all together? But some things just relate. Deep Cover was a movie about agents. You got to watch it. It's beautiful. That's why I told people it was certain things I knew. That's why I never went to jail. I knew these things, and I wasn't stupid. So I knew you had niggas playing cops back then. When I was a teenager, I knew this shit. Perpetrating fraud. Deep Cover show you all that shit. What's another movie? Because they showed you again. They showed us all these movies to our face what was going to happen. Niggas didn't believe. What else? In Too Deep. Beautiful movie. Good movie to this day. What did this movie show us? This movie was about young agents. This movie was about young agents. How you could take a young man and make him a good officer, a good agent. Remember, LL Cool J was the main character running the whole city. His name in the movie was what? God. And he was running everything. And they wanted to take God down bad, didn't they? The fans wanted God. What they do? They went and got a young cop and raised him up to take his ass out. Now you see why they was doing that drive-by. He was fake shooting all that shit. The nigga was an infiltrator, man. You gotta watch. If you never seen this movie, my people, you gotta watch this. All this is hip-hop history. They was showing us the whole time, man, that what? It will be a time where everybody you think is solid, some of them gonna be agents. They was showing us this shit. It's many other movies. I broke it down. Brooklyn's Finest. That's why anybody in New York that got ratted on to this day, you a damn fool, because you should have watched Brooklyn Finest. They broke all that shit down, how the snitches go from the jail to the streets, back to the jail, and they all be cops. They broke all that shit down. Why you think they filmed the movie in Brownsville? Niggas don't understand that because a lot of people like me, I thought it was just movies. Nah, they was telling us what time it was. Now you see why all these niggas getting indicted to this day? They were showing us this shit in Too Deep. Thank you, I Am God, for supporting the channel. Thank you. Yeah, they were showing us in these movies the whole snitch operation. Because remember, the number one thing amongst our people is what? Betrayal. So anytime you dealing with the agent, you just dealing with a form of betrayal. Because betrayal always comes through the agent. But anyway, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. He ain't want to believe that shit, right? Jay Reed set his ass up. What else they showed you? How a cop, a nigga will play an agent role however long it takes. He'll play that role for 6 months, a year, even 2 years. It depends on how big you is. They'll play that role like your best friend. You seen Donnie Brasco. They showed us in that movie. The agent will play your friend, eat dinner with you, and let you meet their kids, all that shit. But the whole time they working, because you the big plot. The plot is to bring your ass down. So they will play any role they got to play. Don't forget, y'all, classic movie. And another thing you'll see, if you notice, they don't show these movies like that. You notice, they'll show all that other dumb shit, but they don't show these like that on BET a lot. They don't show these a whole lot. You get it? Throughout the years, they did not show these movies a whole lot. You did not see Deep Cover as much as you saw Boys in the Hood. You got to peep that. You didn't see this as much as you saw Menace because they wasn't promoting them like that. But people that know classics know classics. These were movies breaking down how one day a lot of black people would be snitches and agents. But let's move on, because this happened in modern time, and we have to give an update. And I broke this down. Now let's take a look. Who is this? Who is this boy? Who is this little cornball? Who is this boy looking suspect back then? Oh, it looks like that. I think his name's Tekashi. But in my opinion, he looked like a little, he looked like a boy toy in this picture right here too. You see that feminine sleeve he got on his arm and tattoos? He probably was a toy back then. But you see him. You see how the nigga look without all the tattoos and throwing up bees and red flags. See that? I broke this down before. In my opinion, he was an agent, cop ass nigga the whole time too. Y'all ever heard of a TV show called 21 Jump Street? 21 Jump Street was about young cops, young agents, young cops that were in high school. In my opinion, Tekashi 6ix9ine was 21 Jump Street. And he was disguised as a rapper because the people he brought down was in a real gang. And they were in a real gang doing real shit. And the police couldn't get them off the street. So maybe to get them off the street, they had to get a nice little kid disguised as a rapper so he can infiltrate, get all the details, get all the surveillance, and set their ass up. That's what he did, in my opinion. I told y'all that. See, people think Tekashi was a rapper that snitched. No, the nigga was an agent perpetrating a rapper. That's my opinion. I told y'all that from day one. That's why I told you he was a human troll. Google the troll, dog, and you will see Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was trolling everybody the whole time. I knew this shit before I had a YouTube channel. He was trolling everybody. Didn't see who was he trolling. He was trolling all of the gangbangers. He was trolling everybody that dealt with street activity. When you peep 6ix9ine, he wasn't trolling just regular rappers, was he? No, he was trolling anybody that claimed the streets, because that was cop behavior. Remember when he pulled up at Old Block, Chicago, Chief Keef Block? He pulled up early in the morning, and people seen the big SUVs looking like federal trucks right with the boy early in the morning. He had protection when he did that, but people kept giving him a pass. But I'm just showing you, that is the real Tekashi right here. The nigga was a fucking agent sent to the black community to lock niggas up. You see that? That's why I was always taught this, man. This is something I always knew when I was banging on them streets. The loudest one is the weakest one. The nigga that got the most flags is the pussiest. The nigga with the most tats on his face is the softest. That's always been my ideology. Take it or leave it, how you want to take it. That's always been my opinion on things in these streets. Because when you solidify or when you have a certain caliber, you don't have to broadcast it. So I always knew the weakest one was the one with all the tats, the one that do the most. The one that always want to talk that talk. He the softest. I always knew that. So here's my example, 6ix9ine. See that? See that? Now you see, I'm showing y'all also the formula. Remember I told you to be a rapper, you got to get the startup rapper kit. What you got to do? Well, you got to get a tat on your neck, tat on your face, tat on your chest, tat on your stomach. You got to get some chains. You got to get a car. You get it? You got to get an entourage. Oh, shit, don't forget, you got to claim it. You got to get the startup rapper kit, and then anybody could be a rapper. That's what 6ix9ine did. He got the full deluxe startup rapper kit, a.k.a. the fool niggas plan. That's what he bought. And niggas bought the shit he sold. So like I said, see that? Still like a damn bitch to me. Still like a female. Looked like he was turning tricks back in the day. See that? Same bitch. But niggas gave him a pass because of rap. And niggas wanted to be stars. Niggas love to be famous. And you're going to see that fame going to always slay niggas, but they love fame. But the end, you end up with nothing. When are they going to learn that? Where will people learn chasing fame? Eventually, it runs out and you will have nothing. So, like I said, the real life Jay Reed was this nigga. See? Throwing up blood, throwing that black hoodie, smoke some blunts on that camera, hang around some real gangbangers, and when your job is done, you make sure them niggas locked up and you come home. Because that nigga was never going to stay in jail. That was just a role he was playing. I told y'all, man. Just like with Tory Lanez, man. Ain't no guarantee that nigga in jail. Did you see Tory Lanez any jail pictures? Did you see? I told y'all, man. These agents, they play a game. You know what they do? They go to jail. But there's going to be a time when everybody sleep. They're going to go out the back door. They go out the back door. And they don't be in jail. I'm going to break it down to my people in the penitentiary that been in the penitentiary, my people that been in a prison. Some of them dudes that you thought went to the box, some of them dudes are snitches. They was acting like they went to the box, but some of them niggas went home. Because the cop agents, they go home. But you got some cops, their job is to work in the penitentiary. And they might have to work in there for 6 months straight, however long the investigation takes. Because when you know about investigations, federal investigations, they go from the streets to the jail, from the jail back to streets. So when they're depending on the operation, they're not only studying the people on the street, they done traced all them phone calls and they studying the niggas in jail. And they got to send agents in the jail to study the niggas in the jail. So some niggas in the penitentiary that you thought was putting on, cutting niggas and doing little shit. Yeah, some of them was doing some little shit, but they was doing little shit because they knew they was going to go home. A lot of them was going through the back door. And then he'll come back later, act like, man, I was in the box all that time. I was in there getting right, man. Damn, niggas had me the whole time that nigga was home. He was an agent, man. They showed that shit in Brooklyn's Finest, man. All you got to do is watch the movies, re-educate yourself, man. Told you these movies is really encyclopedias now, man. They was telling us the whole play. But you see Shotty, gangbanger, 9 Trey, gangster blood, New York City, Brooklyn, in jail, Tekashi home, because he was a young boy sent to lock his ass up. And out of all of them, Shotty was the main one that embraced him. They seen the cash cow and they threw all their morals and principles out the window. And that's why they ass in jail. And I don't feel sorry for them. Because they never were supposed to accept this clown on the strength of money. Mind you, he already admitted to have been a Crip first. And for 2, did y'all forget when Tekashi 6ix9ine had those pedophile charges on him? Everybody gave that a pass. Well, the government already knew. Once they gave him a pass for those rape allegations, those niggas would accept anything. And that's why they all got locked up. Because after that so-called rape case, they could have cut his ass off back then, and they would have never went to jail. See that? Shotty would have never went to jail if they would have cut 6ix9ine off after those rape allegations with that team. Remember? No, they wanted that money. So therefore, the government already knew we got these niggas, and that's when you'll see. After that, Tekashi started staging shit. He started starting a lot of beef, but then he started filming that shit. He was filming robberies. He was filming shootouts. He was the one sending them to do the shit. He was the fucking agent. That's why he didn't go to jail. Because normally, if he the one that sent them to do the dirty work, that means he's the leader. He's supposed to be on the top of the RICO. No, but he was the agent. That's why he walked out the courtroom. Get it? This is him today. See the gay behavior? That man's a gay. He was a gay boy. He's a gay dude. He's another boy toy. And y'all co-signed him. You talk about the rainbow community, but everybody wanted to ignore the fact he had rainbow hair. But why did they ignore he had rainbow hair? Oh, because he had a red flag. So the red flag gave a pass to the rainbow hair. Do you see that? This boy gave so many signs and symbols. What else does 6ix9ine mean? It means he go both ways. What both ways he go? Meaning he's straight and fruity. What else does it mean? He go both ways. He hang with the thugs and the police. He go both ways. 6ix9ine, both ways. Niggas ain't get it though. I told you I decode all this shit. Easy money. But guess what, y'all? When you're in a world where you don't believe half the shit you see, you're going to keep going for anything. And that's why people keep getting tricked. Now, let me show you again. You see, he's a broad. He gets his eyebrows painted like a broad. He is a broad. And he's a fruit bucket, in my opinion. And every nigga that embraced him, your credibility is down the drain. Down the fucking drain. Shotty, you're down the drain. You know why? Because you in the feds. But one day you will come home straight, and hopefully you learned your lesson. That what? It's money over blood, never blood over money. Shotty forgot that. Anyway, let's move on to this clown, Chris Brown. Do y'all see Chris Brown? Do y'all see y'all child star? Do y'all see y'all child crush becoming a junkie right before your eyes, turning into a zombie? It's Chris Brown, y'all. Chris Brown is officially washed up. I don't care how much money he got. Chris Brown is on his way down. Chris Brown out here looking real bad. So after you get $1,000 from all your fans and meet and greets, this how you look, nigga? Just showing y'all, man. Chris Brown doing bad out here. Chris Brown, Bobby Brown, James Brown, Orlando Brown. See the Brown family? Chris Brown out here doing bad, y'all. Y'all see this. This is very disturbing. Chris Brown has now transformed into a 52-year-old man. Do y'all still think Chris Brown is not on drugs for you delusional Chris Brown fans? You still don't want to accept the truth? Allegedly. All right, that's enough of him. I just wanted to show y'all that. We're seeing a whole generation falling. Not only is Chris Brown falling, but the generation that listened to him is falling as well. But now we got to get back into the real talk because y'all already seen this and you know I'm going to talk about it. What happened, family? Chilling new images released in kidnapping of woman in Brooklyn. And like I said, this is something I'm going to take credit in and pride. I'm proud of this news I'll be reporting on this. So if you want to give me any accolades, y'all always make sure you let it be known I was the first one talking about all this stuff. About what? About these bodies getting snatched, these women getting snatched, these kids getting snatched. About these people being wiped out. I told you it was going down in the hood near you. What else I told my people just last week? I said, family, most of this shit goes down in the daytime, not night. Now y'all see what I was talking about 6 months to a year ago? Now you see is the new trend. What does it mean? What does a trend mean? It means it is happening right now every day. We already looked at this. Body snatching is of the day. Why? I'm going to say it again. You are worth more money than you know. You might be broke. It don't matter your life, period. You're worth more once you get snatched. Once you get snatched, you automatically might become $50,000. Do you get it? Now you see why people snatching every day? Why? You worth 50,000, but they paying people 2,000 to snatch your ass. See how it works? Also, it is so much out of control now. They gotta start putting it on the TV because it's getting out of control. So when some start get out of control and they know you might get hit, they gotta put it out there. Do you see how they pick this girl up? See it? Just showing y'all, man. I told y'all this shit real. Body snatching, human trafficking, sex trafficking. They might make her a sex slave. They might tie her in the basement. They might make her do a whole lot of stuff. But when it's all said and done, chop her up, sell that liver, sell that kidney, sell them organs, take out their uterus, out of here. Body never found. Head somewhere, arm somewhere, get it, dental records gone. That is the world we in. And it is many criminal organizations indulging in this that are not supposed to be in the country. A lot of them are foreign entities. They don't have no paperwork. And they paying regular people to do the dirty work. I'm telling y'all, man. Ain't no more selling drugs. Ain't no more none of that. Now it's dudes in the street that you think cool and all that. They're gonna be with this program because the money they offering, a lot of niggas ain't gonna be able to, they're not gonna turn it down. That's just my opinion. But you see, it's out of control. And like I said, like in that situation, you got to remember this too, y'all. If a man, that's like peep game, ladies. That's like if you walking on any situation, if you let a man get close enough to you to pull that gun out, you good as gone. Unless you're gonna put up a front and fight at that time, you might. I'm gonna be honest. You might be better off fighting on the spot than getting in that car. Because if you get in that car, you might not be seen again. But see, if they pull up and pull that gun out, that means what? You was lacking and you let them get too close. And that's how a lot of this stuff going down too. Harsh reality. Summertime, what does that mean, y'all? The day is going to be longer and the body snatchers are going to be lurking. Overtime for the summer. Just wanted to show y'all that. All this shit is real. Let's get into the other agenda that we spoke about. Chicago drill rapper Lil Ronald found dead. Although police have not confirmed the identity of 14-year-old victim, fellow rappers have posted tributes to Lil Ronald. See that? 14 years old. But what is he doing? The same shit these dickhead rappers do. Now do y'all see what I've been saying? How they took rap and made it a formula for death. People thought I was just hating on hip hop and rap. I was just trying to tell people rap and hip hop is not what it used to be no more, y'all. Rap and hip hop is used to promote death, not just even promote death no more. Rap music is straight killer music, suicidal music now. It's killer music. That's why it's called drill. Drill is just another word for kill. But you'll see all these young boys been on the path going nowhere. Get it? For what? That's why you're going to see they all do the same thing. They all take the same fucking picture because it's a fucking program. Y'all also know I did this special clip about 5 minutes long called the new KKK, the new Ku Klux Klan, aka Black Gangsters, on Demon Time. Started in Chicago. But little did they know that was a white supremacy program. I told y'all white supremacy worked totally different. See, while you worried about a nigga named George Floyd getting choked out, you forgot about all the black kids killing each other and slaying each other. And you ain't understand the warfare of all of the black kids killing themselves. It's a sponsored program manufactured by white supremacy called hip hop. That is the sponsor. That is the program they sponsored for black men to kill each other. Therefore, the Klan has to do no more work. We heard this a million times, right? When we going to acknowledge the facts. White supremacy is no longer just a face, it is programs. And some of these white supremacist programs are run by black people. Do y'all get it? So I want to show y'all that. That what? It is already the trend of black boys dying. That's why when a black boy died, ain't nothing. When a black boy died, it's no different from a dog dying. Actually, dogs get more respect when they die. This program was the recipe for disaster. See, everybody thinks it's about killing now. Nah, it ain't about killing. You know what this ain't about? No killing. It's about wiping out a generation. This is called extermination. Why? None of these black men will ever produce life out of their body, ever. They will never produce life. That's called extinction. Well, how many different life forms that was in this country that is now extinct? People don't believe certain things could become extinct, do they? Well, you're seeing a particular race caught up in white supremacy programs, and this particular race is dying fast and dying out. Because they did say that they wanted these people dead, even down to their genes. So I told people the race is who's going to finish first or who's going to finish last in this thing called life. The race is also who's going to be first to get God's blessings. But if we destroy them and keep them out of the race, they will never receive no blessings. So this is why they got to kill each other 24/7 around the clock and be ignorant. See how white supremacy works? Now let's move on to some more ignorance. I know y'all saw this because I saw it. Why am I showing you James Harden? James Harden played for the Philadelphia 76ers. Why am I showing y'all this? Because I told y'all baggy clothes is coming back out. I told people this shit over 6 months ago. But little did I know they was going to bring back baggy pants and bell bottoms. So now I'm going to see how many of you weirdos going to follow this. And you got to peep game, y'all. Do you see how they're strategically making the new pants that go with the new shoes? What's the new shoes? Those goddamn cartoon shoes I showed you. Yeah, them so-called Alexander McQueens. They look like cartoon sneakers. The ones that look like fucking Mega Man shoes. Can't you see how they making the pants to go over those big ass fake ass shoes? They're preparing clown outfits for the people. What also did I say? The stylists get the celebrities to wear it, so you wear it. The stylists get the word from the people that sat at the head of the fashion table, the rainbow community. So you see James Harden rocking this? Once again, for you followers, I can't wait to see y'all wearing this shit next. Y'all wore the cut-up jeans. Not just cut-up jeans. Let me correct that. Y'all wore the cut-up jeans tight as hell on your flesh, where your flesh was. Y'all was wearing jeans so tight, your flesh became one with the jean. And that cut in the knee was tighter than a girl pair of pants with her thighs poking out. So a lot of men got in the show in flesh more than women this past couple years. So now I'm going to see how many of you men going to follow and wear these clown-ass clothes. I ain't wearing no fucking bell bottoms. I don't need no shit dragging up. Fuck all that. Anyway, let me show you the clown. Just to show y'all that this how they promote this shit. So I'm just showing you ahead of time because when you start seeing these clowns wearing it, you'll see. Same way I told you the other day, I saw the NBA player with the cutoff, with the cut shirt in the chest, like how women used to wear the cut-up shirt to show their breast cleavage. I showed you the new shirts they got for men, and I'm showing you how they are turning men into females right before your eyes. They already been doing it. But I told you, once they got men in all this fashion stuff and fashion, you'll see they went too far. Moving right along. Nothing new. Cardi B goes after Tasha K's property to collect money won in a lawsuit. Salute, Big Gas Man. Thanks for supporting the channel. That's right, we cooking this morning. All right, y'all. We all know Cardi B sued Tasha K. Tasha K built her channel to a certain level of Cardi B. She was already doing her thing before Cardi B. Yes, she was. But When Cardi B was in her prime, after Bodak Yellow, and she was the hottest rapper in the game, at that time, Tasha K revealed some things about Cardi B that were not actual facts. And she went hard with it. And I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, when she started getting that traffic, her channel started going through the roof, she kept them allegations going. And she kept it going, and she kept it going, and she went too far. That's my opinion. I seen her channel go to the next level over this stuff. But my point is this. Y'all know Cardi B sued her. Y'all know Tasha K filed for an appeal. But now Cardi B is really, really coming for her. So as you see, according to documents obtained by All Hip Hop, a writ of execution was filed against Tasha K and Keeb Studios LLC in Georgia on Thursday. The court order cleared the way for Cardi B to collect the judgment awarded to her in a defamation lawsuit. So now Cardi B is going to be going after Tasha K funds. Basically, I'm pretty sure Tasha K already was hiding her funds. But as of now, Cardi B is on her ass financially. But I also want to show people that this is how it goes down, because I spoke about this. The days of coming up of other people's names is played out now. You can't do it. It's done. It don't work no more. Those are old shenanigans that don't work. Slander campaigns, all that, don't work no more. But like I said, in this game right here, people be wanting that fame. Everybody wants fame. Some people get the fame, then they don't know what to do with it. Some people get the fame and go too far with it. They start getting high off that fame. But it doesn't really matter, because when it's all said and done, what's going to happen, my people? The fame eventually is going to fade away. And it's only going to be about what did you really do? What did you really do? Not about what it looked like you did. It's not going to be about how you was looking. It's not going to be about some of the hot things at the time. It's going to be about what did you really do? So that's why when we remove fame, we will see that a lot of people didn't really do shit. And what I mean by that is a lot of people don't really have talent or didn't have no talent at all. It was just a bunch of shit around that. Now, I'm not saying that about Tasha K. I'm just saying all of that clout she got off her channel, you'll see now was ending bad for her. But didn't I tell people this a couple months ago, what I said, y'all? I told you a lot of people are going to be getting their issue. I said a lot of people that was big, they're going to be falling. A lot of people that have been putting their work in, that have been staying down, they're going to be coming up. It's called evolution in life. This is a reality that always happens. That's why when you've been around for a while, it's two things. I'm gonna give some of y'all old heads a jewel. I'm gonna give some of y'all people in position a jewel, because some of y'all know y'all be listening to channels that are 5 times bigger than me. I know y'all be listening, but I'm gonna give you some advice. When you get to a certain level, it's either two things you're gonna do. Either you check out, it's called retirement, or you got to turn up. Other than that, everybody's on borrowed time. So I'm gonna say this. I'm pretty sure they say Tasha K apologized, but then they said it was on April Fool's Day, so it was a joke. Either way, she went too far, and now she got to pay the price, because Cardi B is on her ass for all that money. Now let's move on to something else I already said. What's that? That old ass celebrities are popping out trying to take people money. Just because. Janet Jackson, no good new music, no recent hits, known for shenanigans on the internet, marrying an Arab man, because she's not stupid. Her career been failed. She needed some new money to leech off her. She already leached off Jermaine Dupri. See, when you're a celebrity of a certain caliber, you have to leech off people money. You have to stay relevant. So Janet Jackson did the same thing. And she's another weirdo, because she just had her kid recently at 50 years old. Janet Jackson's new tour kicks off, and so far, fans are not impressed. Why? Because this is not the 80s. Janet Jackson was in her prime in 89, 90. You get shit like that. She ain't hit since then, but she's an older woman. She's a grandmother. So it's only been so much dancing she's going to do. And they said what really made the show whack, she was lip syncing the whole concert. And we know them Janet tickets cost a lot. We know they cost some guap. But this is just my point. They know that a lot of our people are stuck in the past and they want to try to relight a fire that been put out. So they'll pay some money. Mind you, let's break it down again, my family. What? To go to a show, you gotta what? Buy the tickets. You gotta buy an outfit for that day. Ladies, you gotta get your hair done, nails done. Gotta gas up. You know, you gotta probably gonna go out to eat before the show. You're gonna probably do something before the show, and we already know some gonna go down after the show. What am I saying? One show could cost you up to $1,000 plus just to go to a show. So you're gonna spend $1,000 and change to hear some shit that's already playing on the radio that's 20, 30 years, 50, 35 years old, 30 years old, 25 years old. That shit you went to see, man, you could have put that shit on your big ass TV and sat in your living room and had a concert. Because that's all you're gonna get is the same shit. You better off sitting in the crib watching all Janet Jackson old videos and just call it a day. Then wasting your money going to this fucking old ass show. Salute, Shamayam. Salute, my brother. Thanks for supporting the channel like you always do. Don't forget, I'm going to be turning up on this channel. I'm going to tell y'all again, I'm not taking nothing away from this show, nothing away from this channel, but I am going to be putting in extra work and taking it to different levels with membership. Y'all check it out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I'm setting the stage now, but really, it's really set for May 1st, but I'm going to be active before then. I'm just giving people a heads up right now. For No Fame Network. Now let's move on, because Janet Jackson washed up just like the rest of them. And my point is this, they got bills. They got to pay what? Property tax. They got to pay what? Taxes. So they got to come get that money because they shit be drying up. So you see right here, Janet Jackson tour is trash. So I'm letting y'all know, if you book them tickets and you go to that show, that's on you. But let's move on to the new weirdo. And I broke this down already. And now we got to look at this again. This bitch Doja Cat. I told y'all she's a witch. I can't stand this chick neither. Do you see her arm? She made sure you see that tattoo on her arm right there. Did not just a week ago, she just got a tattoo of who? The Baphomet. Do you see the so-called eye in the pyramid? The so-called Illuminati symbol? This is a dumb bitch. You know why she's a dumb bitch? Because even if the Illuminati is a secret organization, if you're in a secret organization, you do not have to get a tattoo. But she got the tattoo because she likes to promote this shit. Told y'all this shit's spiritual warfare. Salute Mike Flame. That's right, bro. Check this out. This is what I was telling my people. Y'all know I already broke her down. We broke her down already. And I showed you how she's a shape-shifting ass witch. I showed you this bitch appealing to white people. Then she transformed back to black. Then she go back to white. I showed you. She transformed into a hood chick. All for what? To influence the minds of the masses, the young girls. I've told y'all this, but now I got proof for y'all. Once again, I'm going to prove this shit. See her promoting the Illuminati? I can't stand this chick. I want to kick in her mouth. Anyway, look. This was posted. Doja Cat. She is on Time Magazine. She's going to be promoting with them. What? She's going to be doing some things with her. What's my point I'm showing y'all? That whole time, Doja Cat was acting like she was crazy. What did I say? I said, look, a lot of these celebrities, they just be in the crib all day on the internet. Their whole job is to distract people all day with bullshit. They understand during the day there's people at home that ain't got shit else to do but tune in and watch their stupid ass lives. And this is how they fuck with the minds of the people. And they are also fucking agents. This is also how they study the people. But I'm showing y'all Doja Cat is a fraud. And I also showed you, remember how the other day she said she quit music? That was a lie. She's staging all this shit. What's something else I want to show y'all? Y'all got to peep with this goddamn picture that blew my fucking mind. Look at the fucking date of the upload. That shit say January 3rd, 1970. We know goddamn well there's no computers, no upload. How the fuck a picture of Doja Cat says uploaded January 3rd, 1970? That's how I know it be some funny shit going on, especially with this chick. That bitch a witch. Salute, Efren. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for becoming a member. We going to a whole nother level, above and beyond. Salute. Appreciate all of y'all. Check it out, family. How can something be uploaded and it says January 3rd, 1970? Y'all see it right here. But I told you, man, these people play with magic, man. These people ain't no good. So I just wanted to show you how Doja Cat, she is being saluted by Time Magazine for one of the most influential people of this time. Keyword, influential, which means what? Who did she influence? She influenced the minds of young people, young ladies. Told y'all, that's their job as a fucking witch. That's her job as a fucking Jezebel, to destroy the minds of the masses. That's why this bitch got the all-seeing eye on one hand, and on the other arm, she got the goddamn Baphomet, because she proud of that shit. So that's why I'm going to shame her dumb ass, because she's a dumbass witch, and she ain't got no fucking power. So I just wanted to show y'all this warfare that's going on, and guess who's the prey? See? Doja Cat to be featured on cover of Time, 100 most influential people of 2023. What is they telling us? They know she got influence on the minds of the kids. They know they know that she has influence over the minds of a lot of these young chicks. That's why I'm just proving my point, that these people are paid for their influence, not for their music. That's why I'm going to ask you again. If I told you to give me 3 solid songs from Doja Cat, everybody couldn't do it. That means what? She has no real fucking talent. That means what? She been promoted where she at. I told you, half of these people that's out now, they just got big in the past years over the pandemic due to social media. When we was in the house, we were on the internet more. That gave people more views, subs, and likes. So a lot of celebrities took that time to create more spectacles for their career during the pandemic. And then they also started paying a lot of these social media firms to promote them on higher levels. This is why I told you, half of the people that's in the game now are not based off fucking talent. Megan Thee Stallion is another one. So remember when I showed you Megan Thee Stallion at the White House, I was showing you that she is also a government agent. I told you that. You don't get to be no rapper and sit down with no damn president. You can't just come on white to the White House unless you got a government clearance. I told you that. Megan Thee Stallion is another fraud disguised as a rapper. They all fraud. A lot of, mostly all right. I'm going to give you another one that came out in the pandemic. That dude, the baby. Remember the baby? What they showed us with the baby? Him shooting in the Walmart. He always doing some shit. But you notice the baby never go to fucking jail. But that ain't my point. You see, the baby ain't even got no fucking career now. His shit is out of here. Which means what? He from the goddamn pandemic era. A lot of rappers that blew up in the past couple years, they blew up in the pandemic, which means what? They didn't really have no talent and skills. They just blew up through opportunity and social media games. A real hit rapper, or should I say a real rapper or singer with real hits, they got good catalogs, they got multiple hits, multiple good songs. These rappers and singers now are fucking agents. That's my point. It is not about music. It's not about good music. It's about watch me. And while you're watching them, they're watching you. See that? And I'm showing this because, look, this bitch lies. She said she's quitting music. But the whole time, she already knew this right here was in the cut. She even get on the internet acting like she crazy, she's sick and deranged. But yes, she delusional. Yes, that bitch is crazy. Yes, she losing her fucking mind. But my point is, that is also part of her role. Because no matter how crazy she act, no matter how much we think she's a fucking weirdo, she's still being praised as one of the most influential people. Now you see how weirdos are put in place to influence the people. This is why I said we have to separate ourselves from these people. And everybody is not our people no more because they are under influence by people like Doja Cat. Moving right along to another dumb bitch. Glorilla sued by New Orleans rap veteran over Tomorrow's sample. Now this ain't long, but Glorilla is being sued because she stole somebody's music allegedly. Somebody is suing her for that hit song she got. tomorrow. The remix with Cardi B, they jacked that song for somebody else, and her dumb ass being sued. Glorilla has been slapped with a lawsuit from a New Orleans hip-hop veteran over what he alleges is an unclear sample for Tomorrow. Ivory Paynes, a member of the Doghouse Posse, who released the underground classic Dope Gets No Heavier on Mobo Records in 1994, told TMZ on Wednesday, April 19th, that the Memphis-born rapper and her popular producer, or should I say her producer, Macaroni Tony, that's the name of Glorilla producer, they stole that man's music. They didn't ask for permission or was granted proper clearance. They didn't get no permission. They just put it out. So now they dumbass getting sued. So I'm just showing y'all how Glorilla already set up a failure. I'm pretty sure she already got jerked. She already got a situation with 3 dead people. Her career is not going to be that long. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. It's not going to be as long as you think. I'll give her maybe 2, 3. I'll give her 3 years top, if that. I doubt if it be 3 years. Also, that song she got internet trolls, that is the fucking dumbest, corniest shit I've ever heard in my life. If you ain't hear that song, Internet Trolls by Glorilla, listen to it. It sound like a goddamn 7th grader rapper. That bitch is dumb. And that song is fucking trash. Honestly. The lawsuit, which was filed early this month, was filed by Ronisha Houston and her attorneys. Houston is the sister of Rondisha Belton, who was one of the 3 people killed in the March 5th Armory concert. Y'all remember that concert she did? Well, 3 people dead at Glorilla concert. And she better hope, as of now, they're not suing her yet, but she better hope they don't sue her ass too. Because they are suing the place it happened at. But she definitely being sued. Because you got to remember, when you a rapper that just came out and you getting your coins, and one of your main hit songs you're being sued for, that could put a stain on her career. So that's all I'm saying about Glorilla. And she basically stole some shit, and she being sued. So that's that on that. Now we got to talk about this real quick because we're about to get out of here soon, y'all. Disney World. Hopefully a lot of y'all know that Disney is the home of the Chesters. Hope y'all know that. I done showed on this channel about sex traffic stings at Disney World, employees from Disney World getting locked up for Chester behavior. This is something we had no clue of when we were little and back in the day. That what? Disneyland is the Chester's playground. See, you like Disney World, you like bringing your kids. But guess who really loved Disney World and Disneyland? The Chesters love Disney World. Even some of them take hotels to go down there by themselves. That's what they're showing you right here, but this ain't nothing new. Ex-Disney employee allegedly shot videos up women's skirts. See that? When you looking at that castle, you see that long thing coming up off that castle, that long thing stands for something, and you figure it out. Everything is coded in signs and symbols with the people you're dealing with. Disney is no coincidence. All of the children's stars that work for Disney told you the same exact scenario what happened to them, didn't they? Are you figuring out about Disney? Now you see why you be a damn idiot to spend all your money running to Disney World and Disneyland now? I'm telling you, man. That's where them traffickers go at and the weirdos. Let's move on to something else. Shout out to Lovely T. Well, Whoa Nikki says she has proof that Lil Nas X has been lying about being gay for popularity. Now, we have heard this for a while. I don't know if it's truth or not. Have no proof. Same way I have no proof if he really gay. But I do know he did do a lot of suspect activity, a lot of gay behavior. And the main thing he did that was gay when he tried to sell them sneakers and he was acting like he was a stripper and he was lap dancing on Satan. So after he did all that, ain't no turning back from that shit. It don't even matter if he gay or not. He is who he is. He already sold out. But as you see, they said that he's straight and he just did all that for clout. That's what they said. But it don't surprise me because remember, I told you, these people know it is a gay market. So when you look at it like business, a gay market means a lot of gay dollars just laying around. So in the aspect of business, of course, somebody's going to try to get that gay money. Maybe he was outright to say, I'm going to get this gay money. I'm going to be the biggest rapper in the gay community and just get that money. Maybe that was his plan. But I also want to show y'all that we got to look at this both ways. That what? You got gay dudes like Lil Nas X, allegedly, gay dudes like Lil Nas X acting straight. And then you got straight dudes acting gay. Or should I say Lil Nas X is a so-called straight man acting gay. But we know it's a lot of gay men acting straight. So this ain't nothing new in the game. It's just showing you. If he was playing a role, I wouldn't put it past him. But he could be telling the truth. Who knows? But it also was said that Little Richard back in the day was playing that gay role because he didn't want to get killed back in the day. Because you got to remember, when Little Richard and them was doing them songs, they had to go to a lot of redneck towns. And we know racism was to the highest level. And it was said that Little Richard was acting gay to fool them white people. That's what they say. But a lot of people in the industry at that time said Little Richard was a stand-up dude. But I don't know because I wasn't there. But it was said that acting gay was one of Little Richard's formula. And that's how he was able to get far in his career where he made it to. And you see Little Richard, they ain't take him out like that. So they say he played that role, but I don't know. Anyway, ain't no pretending with Lil Nas X because we already know he sold out. And once you sell out, Sonny, you can't come back. So it is what it is on that. What else is funny? Let's look at this right here, family. Let's check this out. You know one of my slogans. Some things are coincidence, but then some things just coincide. Martin Lawrence shares update on friend Jamie Foxx. Why am I showing y'all this? This is very important. It's mighty funny. The same week, Jamie Foxx, so-called, got sick, went to the hospital, nowhere to be found. Same week, Martin Lawrence get his Hollywood Square. Or should I say his Hollywood Star. Same as that week. See that? Then in the same week, Martin Lawrence shares an update on friend Jamie Foxx. Told y'all, man, some shit is just weird. The same week Martin Lawrence got his Hollywood Star, the same week Jamie Foxx is missing. Because I'm going to say, until I see Jamie Foxx do a live in good health, I'm going to say he's missing. That's what I'm going to say. That's just my opinion. Y'all see how they play these games, right? Hold up. Big Phil said, they said Lil Richard had mad woman on him. Yep, that's what they said. What they said, man. You go, when they was doing them shows, that's when niggas was getting hung from trees, and the Klan was pulling up for real back then. For real. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put it past him. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put it past him. But a lot of people say, because we got to remember something about Lil Richard, regardless of the fact, he didn't get jerked like all them rap. All them singers back in the day, Lil Richard didn't get jerked. And they always said that Lil Richard was the main one trying to empower brothers to get the rights to their music. And he was trying to make it where people didn't get jerked. That's what they said about him. But I don't know. But Lil Richard was fruity because we saw that movie. He was fruity. But we don't know because, like I said, at the end of the day, if you ain't see that man do no activity, we don't know. But anyway, acting fruity it is. Fruity is as fruity does. But anyway, as you see right here, Martin Lawrence, he's the one that gave us an update. Damn. Not the family, but Martin Lawrence gave us an update. But it's mighty funny. I spoke about Martin Lawrence last week. Remember, I just spoke about Martin Lawrence last week. Remember when Martin Lawrence fell out with the industry and they was trying to get his ass and he told people they were trying to kill him? Years later, he finally gets a Hollywood star. Years later. But remember, before he got that Hollywood star, they made him dress up as Big Mama. Remember? That's why in the history books, he will always be known as Big Mama. Big Mama house might outshine the rest of his projects because people don't look at history. See, Big Mama might be a bigger movie than Bad Boys now when it's all said and done. That's why they got to get them all to sell out. Another sellout, Mayor Eric Adams. Why am I talking about this? My people, the other day, we just looked at what? We just looked at the mayor building new affordable housing for the immigrants in the city. Now look what they're telling us. I'm going to show you this dirty fucking game they playing. They making it easy for the immigrants. They're going to pay 2/3 of their rent. Now for the regular tax paying hard workers in New York City, they are now admitting not only have they jacked up the rent, they're going to jack it up some more. New York City Rent Board could approve whopping 16% hike in rent. Y'all see this? This is called pushing people out the city. This is called making everybody who try to stay suffer. I'm going to say it again. On one hand, we're going to make it affordable for the newcomers. We're going to help them with their bills. But for the people that have been here already, we'll jack their rent up. I'm going to say it again, my people. If you cannot figure this shit out, if you don't understand 1 + 1 = 2, you just keep waiting to see the final production. That's all I'm going to say on that. They playing games, y'all. And to prove my point, I'm going to drive it home, and I'm going to put the icing on the cake of what I just told you. Barbara Walters. Y'all know Barbara Walters? Oprah before Oprah. Look what she doing. Barbara Walters' New York City home on the market for $19.75 million. See that? What does that mean? She's leaving. She's fleeing. She's selling her shit. Why? Maybe Barbara Walters knows something nobody else knows. On this channel, I've been giving y'all updates of something to come. I don't know. I heard the allegations. I heard the rumors. But it said in the last day, you will hear many rumors. But I pay attention and I showed you all the celebrities selling their home. I showed you Brad Pitt selling his home. I showed you all these celebrities cashing out. But they're not cashing out because they broke. I showed you Brad Pitt worth $300 million selling his property. Because they know something. I showed you people fleeing, building underground bunkers. I told you people are taking their money, buying islands. People are fleeing because some people feel like it is something coming called Armageddon. Some people feel like it's a war called have against the have-nots. Let's go back to Armageddon. Remember last Friday, I showed you in New York City where the mayor came in Times Square and unleashed the robot dogs. The robot dogs are going to be on the front lines of the war. Maybe Barbara Walters knows it's a war coming and she don't want no parts of that, and she going to sell that property and get out of Dodge. Because before New York gets remixed, before it gets brought back to a beautiful state, it's going to be a thing called Operation Extermination. Get them out of here. And it's going to be handled by law enforcement. So I told you once, I told you twice, I told you 100 times. Let the chips fall where they may, because it's going down. So you see Barbara Walters, she getting out of New York City, selling that property she had for years, because she knows what some know not. Told y'all, man, this shit going down. So you got the rich leaving. Then you got the mayor making it hard for the middle class and making it easy for the newcomers. So I showed you the newcomers getting deals on cribs. They in school right now, which means they are creating new New Yorkers. I showed you them walking around New York right now, regular clothes. You walking past migrants right now, don't even know. They are here, and they are going to replace. Whether you like it or not, it's already in stone. It's just now what? A matter of time. A matter of time like what? You know, a matter of time like when you was in school and you go to school in a couple of months, about 9 months, you're going to graduate or go to the next grade. Just a matter of time. Remember, first day of school, last day of school. Well, when the immigrants came in the country, I showed you their first day of school. I showed you them getting off the buses. I showed you when Joe opened up the gates. I showed you when the immigrants came to the first day of school. But guess what? One day they're going to graduate. And when they graduate, guess who getting left back? Told y'all, man. This shit real. So people don't got to listen to me, but don't say nobody told you. This is what I meant when I told my people, this last shakedown, we're not going to escape. And let me make it clear for everybody in the building, this is not just New York City. New York City is just a poster child. It is just a commercial for what's going on. Every city, every town near you. Some people just sleep. Some people don't pay attention. You might not wake up early enough, but I promise you, if you wake up in your city and get up 5 o'clock in the morning and you go out, you will see the migrants going to work. You will see them in the stores. You will see them all around you. Good morning, Rondell. Salute. What's up, sis? You already know. Let's move on, y'all, because the agenda is real. Barbara Walters selling her home and cashing out. But let me drive this home and show you what else going on. I'm going to tie it together because I already showed you this, but we're going to take another look at this. And I'm going to show you what they're doing. See this right here? BBC News. Y'all know BBC News, the real news. Y'all know that. What they say, remote Scottish island goes on sale for $150,000 overseas money. Why am I showing y'all this island? Told y'all they cashing out, going run into places like this. A lot of rich people building their own islands now. Meaning they're getting these islands, building them up to be their own world. Another thing is, this is what I want to show y'all with the Epstein situation. See, rich people been buying islands because when you buy the island, you can do whatever you want on that island. You got jurisdiction over that land. And depending on where the land at, it could be under no jurisdiction. It's easy for them to take lands like this and create torture chambers, FEMA camps, sex traffic hubs. This is what I mean when you can come up missing. So you can get snatched up in New York and they drop your ass on the island somewhere you never be seen again because your job is to be a sex slave on a particular island that just got bought somewhere. Get it? But this is what's going on. That's why I want to show y'all that. And also, don't forget this. This is something I learned a long time ago. They say what? It's something we learned because, see, when a lot of us learned about gentrification and all of that, it was like before 2000 came in. And it was a saying that these people always try to run from us. See, the saying was they always try to run from us. But then they peep, damn, we run to the suburbs. They run to the suburbs too. See, now we got money just like them. So before they'll run to the suburbs, we run in the suburbs. Shit, they run to the countryside. Shit, we run there too. They run a gated community, we run there too. So they got tired of running. They said, fuck, we might well move back to the city. We got tired of that running shit. But now, the ones that still want to run, they're running out the country. They're running to these islands. A lot of it is to get away from us. And a lot of it also got to do with some people have planned off. People feel like it's doomsday coming to America. One of the signs is the dollar crashing. And people understand that once the economy crashes, allegedly, people are going to turn into goddamn demons, animals, monsters, wolves. Because people know the history of, it was a time on the planet where the people were so poor that they started eating each other. And some people feel like this time has come back again. That it will be a day that people will be eating each other again. Sound crazy, don't it? But the shit that sound crazy sometimes be the realest shit ever. So like I said, as you see, they are buying these lands, and this is part of them running, and this is also a part of them setting up new colonies for weird behavior. As you see, 136,000 likes, which I'm just showing you. A lot of people know about it. But look at what it says. It's been described as a rare opportunity, meaning anybody rich could buy this island for the low and do whatever they want. Just showing y'all, man. They pass mansions and all that. They buy islands now. So I wanted people to see, man. And the whole key is getting away from you know where and you know who. Thanks for the people in the building. Being that y'all tapped in, I'm going to do a recap, and then we're going to get out of here, and I'm going to salute the chat, and we out of here, y'all. We got to start off this Monday. All right? FUGEES and PRAS. PRAS was an agent the whole time, a federal informant. But I already said it's a lot of rappers that are informants as well and agents. He is not the first or the last. I'm only speaking of this and bringing attention to this because this is what I spoke on before. And I wanted people to see for themselves the clarity on the reality of what's been going on from day one, that a lot of rappers been fucking agents from the rip. I also broke down how PRAS was the wackest rapper in the group, period. We always knew that. The wackest rapper. But his whole job was to act like a rapper and be amongst the celebrities. But the whole time he was working for the government. And he's in court right now. It's a Chinese man that stole $4.5 billion, something like that. And he's on the run. And the billionaire that's on the run, that was PRAS' homeboy. But PRAS was setting him up. PRAS' job was to set up this Chinese person with Hollywood celebrities and work deals. A lot of these movies you see, a lot of underground movies in the game, a lot of movies, period, are sponsored by dirty money. This is how a lot of rich people, a lot of criminal organizations were able to wash their money through film. PRAS' job was to be the middleman. He finds the people that got the big money to invest. Then he go hollers at the Hollywood producers and things of that nature. And he bring them together at the parties, get them to rub shoulders, and that's how he was getting his money. And that's the homework he was doing for the feds, just to clear that up. But the whole time he was an agent. That's why I said, look at him. When you see him, you will see him with his shades. The whole time he was letting us know the nigga was working for the people the whole time. Secret agent, man. Then you'll see right here, which I showed y'all. On the album called The Score with the FUGEES, it's a song called The Mask. Y'all know it's called, they talk about wearing masks. Wearing a mask means putting on a front. That's what wearing a mask means, y'all, putting on a front, capping. But the song called The Mask by the iconic rap group FUGEES, the trio repeats in the lyrics, feds be hawking me, jokers be stalking me. I walk the streets and camouflage my identity. That's the hook to the song. I camouflage my identity so they won't know who I really am. That is the whole behavior of an agent. They told us. Did I not tell you everything they do, they put in your face? See? Told you they was agents. Then I showed you again. Now, mind you, Lauryn Hill, she had to go with one, she had to marry into one of the royal family. That's why she had to go into Bob Marley family. And you'll see that Wyclef, he started playing with the government, politics, government, get it? Government. And PRAS told you he was a federal informant, government. Because when these rappers came out of nowhere and when they blew up, they were doing their thing when the East Coast, West Coast beef was going on. And I'm going to say it again. Tupac dissed the FUGEES, but at the time, we didn't know why he was dissing the FUGEES because they didn't really diss him. But he was dissing the FUGEES because they were down with Haitian Jack. And Haitian Jack was down with them. And to this day, maybe Haitian Jack is still Wyclef homeboy. Haitian Jack was the one backing the FUGEES. That's why they never got into no drama, because they had backing by Haitian Jack, who was also accused of being a federal agent informant, allegedly by Tupac. Let me say it again. Realest song I ever wrote. Tupac said, let me take you back and lace this track and tell you about a snitch named Haitian Jack. Something like that. He told you. Haitian Jack, accused snitch, PRAS, admitted snitch, both down with the FUGEES. I'm going to say the FUGEES was an industry plant group sponsored by the government. And Tupac knew something. He went at the FUGEES and he went at. So even though that Tupac documentary going around right now, it's still funny. PRAS is in the news right now. Because Tupac dissed PRAS. He dissed the FUGEES. Also, for those who remember hip-hop history, like I said earlier, one of my favorite songs on that album called The Score is that song Cowboys. And that song Cowboys featured with who? John Forte. They tore that track up. Also, Rod Digger on that track. You hear it to this day? A banging ass hip-hop track to this day. Ain't nothing trash about it. Also, I'm going to prove my point. Good hip-hop music never dies. And I dare any one of y'all go listen to that song Cowboys from FUGEES. If you play it in your car, play it on with some bass in it, I bet you that shit sound good. Because that shit was a banging ass track. And Lauryn Hill went in on that shit. And her and Rod Digger did back and forth. Flow, spitting. Anyway, John Forte was on that track too, but his ass got locked up with, I think, 14 kilos, and he went to jail. Also, it said that John Forte was dealing with George Bush and them. Another thing I'm gonna say is maybe PRAS knew about John Forte moving them kilos. Maybe he told on him too. Maybe he told on John Forte, or maybe I'm just telling you, I was some weird shit going on. But John Forte, as you see, the former FUGEES collaborator, talks about his new album, his time in prison, and his long journey through the music industry. John Forte was on a song called Cowboys. I advise anybody listen to it. People that already know hip-hop history, you already know what I'm talking about. But so let's add it up. PRAS, he admits he was a federal agent, basically. Wyclef got into government politics. And another collaborator got locked up for moving kilos, but he's out of jail now. And it was said that John Forte was working with George Bush, tied into George Bush some kind of way, allegedly. And I also showed you somebody else affiliated with them, Haitian Jack, federal, alleged. But if you want to know more depths, just catch the replay, family. I also showed y'all Haitian Jack, the alleged and federal informant that Tupac dissed. You see him with Jamie Foxx. And just so happened, right now, Jamie Foxx is missing. I also showed y'all one of the key movies that broke down agents, was Deep Cover. And it showed you how they can get an average Joe Blow. In this situation, he was a Joe Blow ass cop. But the plan was to take down a big, big organization. And therefore, Larry Fishburne played the role of a cop disguised as a drug dealer. Even showed you in a movie how cops kill. This is when I've been knew that even some cops, some of these bodies be from police, allegedly. Dirty cops. Or some investigations so deep they might gotta kill somebody, but they get away with it. Allegedly. But Deep Cover broke all that down. That's why I told my people, this is part of your history now. You got to watch this. This would have put you on point. These are movies that I seen as a teenager that had me on point, looking at everybody sideways in the game, because I knew that it were people disguised as drug dealers and gangsters, but they're really cops. Another thing I spoke on earlier, Snoop Dogg is the #1 agent, in my opinion. You'll see him in the middle of the East Coast East Coast, West Coast beef. I broke all this down. You'll see Snoop Dogg was also the main instigator in the beef. How was Snoop Dogg the main instigator? Well, he was the one that was the main one singing on the hook or in the video, New York, New York, big city of dreams. Everything in New York ain't always what it seems. And Snoop Dogg was the main one crushing the fucking buildings, which means he was doing what, y'all? Showing New York the highest level of disrespect. And to this day, New York still gives Snoop Dogg a pass, and they still will let him put his private part on their forehead. But Snoop Dogg was the one who instigated the whole beef. Everybody forgot that. Now you see why Biggie said what he said when they were shooting that video. Because I remember this in real time before it was set on the fucking internet. Because we was kids and we was all into this rap shit. And we knew about when them shooters went to shoot up that video shoot with Corrupt and Daz and Snoop Dogg and them. Long story short, Snoop Dogg was the main instigator. Then what happened? Snoop Dogg was the main one to what? Turn his back on Tupac, right? Snoop Dogg was the main one trying to be cool with both sides, right? Then after the East Coast, West Coast beef, remember, Snoop and Puffy was the first to get back cool again. Then recently, Snoop Dogg and Diddy said they're going to do a what? Bad Boy Death Row collaboration. They say Snoop Dogg also been caught at airports with a lot of weed, all type of shit. Never went to jail. Snoop Dogg also what? Did y'all forget how Snoop Dogg strategically made sure he did not go to Vegas with Tupac? That's why they had to prep that fake ass story. Or he was on a plane, niggas trying to kill him. He had the knife and his head down low, all this fake ass shit. Because he had to have a narrative for not going to Vegas. And maybe Snoop Dogg know more than what he said. And just so happened, Snoop Dogg's a Crip. Tupac got killed by Crips. See? But my point is this. You know how you know the agents? The agents will remain, but the key figures will be dead or in jail. Do y'all get it yet? That's my opinion. But Deep Cover showed us infiltration, just like In Too Deep. These were movies based on infiltration, showing you infiltration in the community. J.R. Reed, his job was to take down a man. They made sure they gave LL Cool J, what was his name in the movie? They made sure they gave him the name God. And Jay Reed had to take down God. And he had to play a role and do whatever he had to do to get God to fall. Even if he had a fake shootout with somebody, whatever. Agent behavior. In Too Deep. That's all I want to show y'all. Who was the true story of In Too Deep in the 2020 era? In Too Deep? Tekashi 6ix9ine. In Too Deep. Jay Reed. Donnie Brasco. Sent to lock niggas up. A boy who could have been a young police officer. People forget, especially in New York, why my people in New York act like you can't become a cop at 18 years old, 19, 20? Why people act like that? Do we forget about all the people that become cops at 18 years old? So in my opinion, he been a cop, disguised as a rapper. And he came to the gangsters with a package deal, a fake-ass story, all that shit. They knew he was a Crip, they gave him a pass, allegedly. They knew he had rape allegations, they gave him a pass. See that? So the nail in their dumbass coffin was going to jail for life. 10 years indicted. Because he got their ass indicted. They got red flags, they got warnings, but being that they wanted that money, they gave him a pass. Me, I ain't letting no square rock with me. I ain't just gonna be cool with any lame ass nigga because he got money. I ain't with none of that. Another thing I want to show you how they always use rap to take niggas down. One day I'm gonna do a show on that alone. How every so-called gangster that went down, you'll see they went down when they started fucking with them rappers. That's how especially a lot of blood OGs in New York went down fucking with that rap shit. Damn near a lot of them. I'll give you a couple. Cardi B, big rapper. Soon as she blew up, after that, the 5'9" Brims, the gang she claimed, they all got indicted. Tekashi 6ix9ine was throwing up non-trade gangster blood. While he was doing that, next thing you know, all of them got indicted. French Montana, in the days of him running around with the Mac Baller Brims from the Bronx. French Montana went to another level. All the Mac Ballers got indicted. Y'all don't see the game yet? I got another one for y'all. Rod Diggs. Rod Diggs. Very highly respected OG blood gangster. He started hanging around the rap game. Who was he hanging around? Waka Flocka and them. He hanging around the rap people. What happened to Rod Diggs? Rod Diggs got indicted. He's in jail. Oh, I got another one for you. OG Mac, so-called founder of New York Gangster Bloods. New York Bloods in general. Non-trade gangster. He started hanging around the rappers. Where they get, OG Mac got locked up trying to get into a club to see at a rap event. That's where they caught his ass at. They've been using the rap game to lock up real gangsters. They've been doing that shit since the late 90s. Now you see why that whole Death Row, East Coast, West Coast beef, that was a staged event, but you'll see a lot of real people got locked the fuck up at that time because that was a time where the East Coast and West Coast was actually politicking. Before that fake beef happened, I'm going to say it again. The East Coast, West Coast, and down south and the Midwest was actually networking. See, you got a peep game. Before that beef started, New York was cool with Chicago, down south. You get what I'm saying? Chicago was cool with LA, New York was going to Mississippi. You feel me? Everybody was becoming cool. It was due to drug trade and underground money things that was going on. But in the 90s, it was a lot of politicking. That's why I say it's tied in the Freaknik. See, back in the day, when you was getting money, all the people that got money met up at the same events. So if it was something going down in LA, everybody was there. If it was something down in Freaknik, everybody was there. People from LA was at Freaknik. People, you get it? But guess these people were people getting money, street people. But my point is, in the 90s, a lot of street people were becoming successful. A lot of street people started cleaning up their money. There was a lot of networking and politicking going on in the 90s. So they had to disrupt that with a beef called the East Coast, West Coast beef, and that made everybody choose a side, and that actually is what made everybody divided again. So I just wanted people to understand that. They've been playing these dirty games, all right? That's it. And that's why to this day, Tekashi is home looking like a bitch. Because 6ix9ine meant he goes both ways. He went both ways. He was promoting himself to the rainbow community, and he promoted himself to gangsters, mainly Bloods. Best of both worlds. That's what 69 means, both worlds. He also was giving you the best of both worlds. What's that? The gangbang life, but he really was a cop. He was dealing with both worlds. 6ix9ine, get it? And then you'll see he showed you his fruity behavior. That's why you'll see he makes sure he get his eyebrows done darker than women and wear plenty of colorful hair. But this is how they got the so-called gangsters to accept this behavior. Now you see why the game is over. And I showed you Chris Brown. His shit is over with too. I showed you Chris Brown looking like a granddaddy out here now. I just want to show y'all Chris Brown in real time. Chris Brown is falling, just like a lot of people. I just want to show y'all how you can have money. Don't mean you got a lot of influence. And you can have a lot of money, but your fame can fade. No matter how much money you got, you can't buy a new brain. And Chris Brown, in my opinion, I told you I'm going to keep giving you updates. Because in my opinion, one day they're going to find Chris Brown somewhere. And somebody's going to have all the rights to his music. That's my opinion. I'm done. We cooked episode 423. Everybody have a good, prosperous day. Thank y'all for tapping in. Salute to all of y'all for tolerating my fucking mouth and appreciating the content. That's right, Big Phil. What's up, Dino? D-Dub, what's up? Thank you, everybody, for tapping in. More to come. Like I said, PRAS admitted he was an informant and an agent. How many rappers today do you think are agents right now? Do you think it just stopped with PRAS? Do you think he was the first and the last? You got to be smarter than that. I told you a lot of these people work. They are agents disguised as rappers. Told y'all that, man. Now we got proof. Salute Wax. Salute Shayna. What's up, Linda? Good morning, Linda. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. Shamayam, thanks everybody for supporting. Got a lot of new things coming. Like I said, I'm not the type to talk before I do things, but I'm gonna let you know. Everybody that's becoming members, you're not gonna be disappointed at all. So I want people to understand that. Also, I told you within the memberships, I'm gonna be taking requests. Certain things people want me to get into, I will be getting into. And that's really what's a lot of stuff like that gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that's not meant for everybody. You get it? Certain things ain't meant for everybody. That's some of the things I'm also gonna be getting into. So this ain't no game I'm playing. Everything, like I told you, gonna be the same. I'm putting the same work at the same time, and still extra work here. You get it? But I'm still doing extra. That's it. That's what I want people to understand. So salute to y'all. Everybody play a part. Nobody's gonna be left out. Thank you for supporting, family. Thank y'all all. We saying we cooked, we conquered. Now it's time to go, and I'm gonna holler later. Y'all stay in tune. For no fame elite, we here, and y'all just be on point out here. Like I say, man, don't forget, out of all the shenanigans and all this rap talk, never forget the number one agenda of the day. And the number one agenda of the day is watch your back, stay on point, and you already know, do not get snatched up out here. Don't get snatched, because they snatching people. Don't forget that. This is the number one agenda right here. When you walking around, just know it's somebody going fishing. It's somebody going hunting. All right? That is the number one thing to pay attention to. This is really why I say F all that rap talk. I just talk about it because it's just something to talk about. This is the real shit right here. So just pay attention out here, y'all. Be safe and watch out for your loved ones. Other than that, For No Fame Live, episode 423. We did it again, y'all. We out. 1.